Access a burner for cleaning by pulling up on one corner of the grate to remove it. To clean its orifice, lift the large burner flame spreader away from the burner. This orifice is large enough that a standard paperclip will fit inside for cleaning. To clean the large burner flame spreader, unscrew the screw in its center, lift off the cap, the bracket beneath it, the outer ring, and the flame spreader itself for cleaning. During reassembly, pay special attention to the upward bend of the metal bracket. This slight bend should point upwards. If you reassemble the burner with the bracket in upside down, it can create air gaps that will stop the burner from staying lit. To disassemble a small burner, unscrew the cap counterclockwise and use a screwdriver to remove the two screws holding on the burner plate beneath. These screws are subjected to a lot of heat, so make sure you don't force them and be very careful when removing them. Because this orifice is too narrow to accept a paperclip, if a better tool isn't available, I usually use the spring from a ballpoint pen. By stretching it out and cutting off one end, it makes a very strong and very thin reamer. I'm going to use it for the remainder of the burners on this stove. Whatever you're using to clean the orifice, just make sure that it can neither enlarge the hole nor break off inside. When reassembling the burner, make sure that the dimple on the burner plate is above the spark igniter and screw down the cap clockwise to secure it. For easy oven access, we're going to next remove the door. To remove the door, remove the two acorn nuts holding it on, pull it free from its mounting balls, and drop it down to free the two door stops. Pull up and then push in to free the heat diffuser plate from the oven. The oven burner disassembly is just like the small burners on top of the stove. Use caution when removing the small screws from the plate and make sure you don't force them. We're going to use the homemade pen reamer to clean the orifice of the oven burner as well. And then, of course, we're going to reassemble the oven burner. Replace the heat diffuser plate by dropping it over its hooks and pulling it forward until it seats. Now turning our attention to the broiler burner, we're going to make sure all of its ports are unblocked. To gain access to the broiler orifice, we're going to need to drop the broiler burner down. The four screws holding it on are a Robertson number 2, so that's a square-headed screwdriver. To remove the broiler burner, we are going to need to unbend the sparker probe, as you can see me doing here. Be very careful doing this, not to put too much pressure on it. We don't want to crack the white housing that the sparker is embedded in. And for this orifice as well, we're using the thin reamer that we made out of a pen spring. Remount the broiler burner by inserting the orifice fitting into the broiler's opening. Use the same screws to reattach the broiler to the oven. With the broiler reattached, we can bend the sparker probe again. Very gently bend it upwards without putting too much strain on it, using several bends if necessary. Before we finish, we're going to test the spark. This one is hitting a little low on the broiler. We want the spark to hit the holes on the broiler itself, so I'm going to bend it again to raise the spark up a little bit.